Nick Sirianni on facing the Cowboys. You can't get more up for one game than you do the next. Do you agree with Sirianni, or did you have more juice for your rivals?
You know, that's a good thing. It's not even juice. I got nervous. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I did all that goddamn shit talking and all that motherfucking hoofing and hollering. I was nervous.
Yeah.
Listen, I can tell you now because I'm not playing no more. I did all that to mask my nervousness to force me to perform at a high level.
Right.
That man, Ravens week, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Because they do such weird shit outside of the norm when it comes to playing defense. Right. I didn't know what to expect. You didn't know what you were going to expect. We out there, goddamn Ed Reed, he lined up a safety, but it looked like a goddamn punt return. And for real, he one of the few safeties. He playing so far back, and at the snap, he come forward. You playing the Steelers. Troy Polamalu, he lined up where the center's supposed to be. Nigga, what is you doing?
Right. He's supposed to be in the hole, and he lined it up over the center.
He in the A gap, he in the B gap, but he playing the 9. Like, you strong safety, man? What is you doing? So when I think about juice, it wasn't juice for me. It was a certain nervousness where I didn't get into a rhythm of the game until I either touched the ball or until I got hit.
Right.
One or the other.
Right.
And it was something about those divisional games, especially a game of this magnitude with so much riding on the line for the Eagles, for Dak and the Cowboys. Dude, I'm excited. I got butterflies waiting on Sunday, and I'm not even playing.
Yeah, it's not so much that you try to put more into it, but you understand the magnitude and the gravity of this game because it is a division game. Yeah. Because, head to head is double. Mm-hmm. It's double.
Yeah.
So now I get an opportunity. I'm one up on you. So it's basically 2 games. Mm-hmm. You got to beat me. Because if we end up with the same record and I beat you twice, bro, I get the division.
Yeah.
I get the division.
Yeah. Basically.
And so
and matter of fact, do you think the winner of this game is probably going to win the division?
Yeah, no question.
What do you think?
I do because Dallas, and it favors Dallas because now they would have gone to Philly and beaten them on their home field. Now they will need to come back and try to beat Dallas in order to regain that. And so, yeah, I do believe whoever wins this game is going to win this division. While we all love watching our favorite teams on television, there's nothing better than being at a game live and in person, sitting courtside. Take it from me. And the best way to get tickets to any of these games is on Game Time, the fastest growing ticket app in the U.S. Game Time is obsessed with finding ways to help you save money on tickets. You can find exclusive flash deals and sponsor deals on games and concerts daily. The zone deals, you pick the section, and Game Time picks the seat for an average savings of 18%. And with Game Time guarantee, you'll always get the best price. If you find the tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and redeem code Nightcap for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, download Game Time app, enter the code Nightcap. That's NIGHTCAP for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. And like you said Raven week. We had Raider week. We understand when we played the Raiders with their dirty ass and their cheap shots and all the things they're going to be doing.
Especially back then.
Man, Ocho, man. Ocho. You know what? I wish for 2 weeks, for a month, for 4 games, for a month, everybody that's playing now would have played for a month in the 90s. To let them feel what it's like to grab your face mask and kick you, and there was no unnecessary. I mean, man, you see what Goose just separated Rich Gannon's shoulder, did a belly pop on him at 350, and they didn't throw a penalty. But in the 90s, it was worse to feel that. But I understand why the league did what they did. Yeah. But it's not the fact that Ocho, you go into the game like, oh man, this game means more. You just understand, because there's a bitterness, there's a dislike. Mm-hmm. We dislike the Raiders, right? We didn't dislike saying the Chargers. We didn't dislike Seattle. Seattle used to be in our division also, right? We hated the Raiders and we hated Kansas City, and I just needed to know, Ocho. I go into the game. I said, how are we going to do it today, fellas? Are we going to snap the whistle or are we going to snap the after the whistle? I just need to know how we going to do it. Because if we going to do it, or I'm gonna give it to you plus shipping and handling because I'm gonna make sure your ass get it back.
Most definitely. And you know what I like about this game is the juice. I don't like the words that Sirianni used, because if you get the juices flowing, you know what it calls you to do in game? It calls you to press.
Yeah.
It calls you to do things that aren't like yourself, trying to be extra. All you got to do is just go out there and just play your game. The same stuff you practice week in and week out. It's just another game. What you want to do is you want to find that even keel of consistency without getting too high, without getting too low, but staying right in the middle the entirety of the game. The funny thing about it is the Cowboys offense is second overall. The Cowboys defense is third overall. The Eagles offense is third in the NFL and the defense is eighth. Ain't no telling what's going to happen. So based on their ranking statistically, I'm thinking whoever makes the fewest mistakes, that's who comes out and wins this game.
Yeah.
They got to see, man, they got to get CD involved. They got to get CD involved.
We division. I know what you're going to do. You're not going to do anything that's going to surprise me. You might got one play that we haven't seen. But all the other stuff, we've seen it. You might give it to us in a different formation.
That's all it is.
But it's we know
that's all it is.
That's what you try to do, win the dresser, but you're not fooling us. No. Tyreek calls out the Chiefs ahead of. Before we get to Tyreek, who do you think wins the game on Sunday?
Oh man, you gonna put me on the spot like that? Matter of fact, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I love the Chiefs. I love the Chiefs. I love the Eagles. I love what they're doing. But the fact that Dak has had to deal with so much scrutiny consistently over and over and over from you, from Stephen A. Smith, from everybody else on all the media outlets, I want Dak to win this game just to get them motherfuckers off his ass.
You don't think some of the criticism
it's warranted. It's warranted because what you can do, what Stephen A can do, and everybody else, they can break down all the reasons on why he gets the scrutiny he does. They can break down all the reasons. He's been playing 8 years, and like you said, the sample size of what we've gotten to see from Dak is why he gets the scrutiny he does. On top of the fact that he plays for America's team. Due to that fact, I would love to see him win this game just to shut everybody up for another week. Because the Eagles gonna be in contention regardless. Come hell or high water, they're gonna be in contention regardless.
I believe the Cowboys will be in contention also. I don't believe it's not like they're not gonna make the playoffs, Ocho. I don't believe the Cowboys are gonna miss the playoffs if they don't win this game. I think they're too good of a football team on both sides of the football. All three phases are coached really, really well. But I think this game is gonna go a long way because we want to see them. We've seen them. They stepped up in competition against the 49ers and they look bad. They let Joshua Dobbs beat him, and now he just got traded right before the season. Now he's on the move again to Minnesota. But he can say, I did beat the Cowboys. That's on my resume. Yeah. So the Cowboys, Eagles, late game on Fox, going to be a great game.